Hey everyone, this is Tony.
This is Sean. Welcome back to another episode of Tales of a Small Town Bartender. What are we at? 32, 31,
Two.
32.
32.
Wow. Outstanding. So how's your week been?
Good.
Anything in the ghost department?
Hmm. So, something did. Oh, remember we were talking last week about the blood on my bathroom floor?
Yeah, the random blood that you, let's see, your husband was in the bathroom?
I found it on the floor.
Yeah.
Nobody knew where it came from. So I went to work
Mm-hmm.
Tuesday. I go to work, and there's blood smeared across the men's room door on the
What
outside.
the hell?
There's blood smeared, and I'm like, "What's going on?" And I'm like, I asked one of the guys to go in and look and see if there was blood on the inside anywhere.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, we got like a dead body
yeah.
in the bathroom or what?
Yeah, right. So he walks in there and he's like, "No, everything's good in there." And I'm like, "All right, so why is there blood on the outside of the door?" And there was like nobody there.
Uh-oh.
There was three people in the bar. I'm like, "Who did this?" It was somebody bleeding and nobody fessed up to it.
All right.
So,
So
so I had to clean the blood off the door.
what's the rule? Things happen in threes, right? So that's two. So over
Yes,
the course of the next week, I bet you'll find
I'm gonna find blood.
random blood number three. And then we could put case
Okay.
closed. And then you don't have anything to worry about. You're good, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I found an article which I thought was kind of neat. And it reminds me of you ever hear of like weird beverage concoctions? And I mean that from the standpoint of not like an Irish car bomb where you pour the shit in there, it just curls. It's disgusting. It looks gross. But yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. I don't mean that. I mean shit that goes like through just incredible processes or has just
Oh,
out crazy ingredients in it. Like for example,
like those Bloody Marys with all this crap in it.
I mean, yeah, but that's edible. And I guess in a way, I was always thinking about a coffee called Kopi Luwak, which you may be familiar with, where somebody saw civets, which are, I don't know, fucking what the hell are they, like cats or whatever in the jungle, and somebody saw,
Oh, the big
yeah,
cats.
it's like a civet. I mean,
Yeah,
Google it, but eating coffee beans and then pooping them out and then taking the bean after the civet pooped it and then
I know where you're
yeah,
going with
it's
this.
called Kopi Luwak,
I've
right?
heard it.
So just
Yes.
crazy
I've heard
shit like
this.
that where human ingenuity or just braveness in general uh
No,
I've never had some, but I
no.
would drink it for the record.
Would
Yeah, I
you?
would. Yeah, I would definitely.
You
Yeah,
would,
just to say I did.
even though it was pooped out of a cat's
Yeah,
butt.
even though it was pooped out of a cat's butt. I mean, it's not like you're
No, see
grinding it
why? Why does
right out of
somebody?
the asshole. I mean,
What?
it gets washed and all that.
But but why did somebody in the jungle think, "Oh, let me make coffee with that"?
Right,
Like,
right, right.
why?
There, there
Why?
had to be somebody in history that discovered cow milk good, bull milk bad, right? Don't drink the bull milk. The cow milk is okay. So I don't
Oh
want to
my
be that
god.
guy, but somebody looked at the civet pooping out the coffee bean and was like, I wonder what that tastes like.
Oh, it's gross.
So all,
That's
all
gross. I don't think I would try it.
all that lead up to say there's a vodka that has it. They're calling it
No.
a new spirit from outer space. Woo, right? So it's from France. Go figure, right? Fucking Christ. Pegasus Distillery, and I say that because distillery ends in ERIE. How painful. They call it Shooting Star Vodka. So it's Shooting Star
Sorry, I gotta write this down.
Shooting Star Vodka. There's 4,806 bottles available, and they run $180 to $200 a piece. Let's just put that out there right now. But there's 4,800 bottles available, and that's it. So what sets Shooting Star Vodka apart from other vodkas? I mean, they have filtering methods and all kinds of stuff, but this vodka is filtered through a meteorite. So they take I don't know if
Okay.
it makes it taste great, or if it makes it taste like shit, or if it makes you grow a third hand out of your head, or whatever. But
Right? How safe can that be? I mean, you don't
so
know,
yeah, the meteorite was
honestly.
discovered in 1977, and it's and
Wow.
yeah, the 27-year-old founder and CEO of Pegasus Distillery uh, really had a huge leap into uncharted territory because nobody had ever done that before. So yeah, so get your shooting star vodka from the Pegasus Distillery for
That's so speaking of
yes.
meteorites, um, I have a necklace made out of moldavite. Do you know what moldavite is?
It was
It's a
regular
stone.
Divite, but it sat around for long enough it turned into cheese.
And got
Yeah,
moldy.
just taking us down.
It was it's a green stone, and it was formed from a meteorite hitting the
Oh, so
earth,
it
and that a meteorite formed the stone. They're rare. They're pretty
prescient
rare.
heat.
Uh, I have a little necklace that I had made with a piece of a moldavite stone, and yeah, I saw it on I saw it somewhere on the internet, of course, and I had to have one. And the funny thing is, my friend who does like psychic readings
Yeah.
and stuff, she literally messaged me and she said, "I know somebody that," because I asked about moldavite on Facebook, and she messaged me and said, "I know somebody in Kingston that just posted it yesterday." And she said, "I thought of you when I saw this piece," and she showed me the picture, and I was like, "I have to have that." I literally drove over to Kingston to get it the next day. I was like, "I have to have that. That's mine."
Nice. And it's just a green stone. It's a green stone mounted.
Yeah, well, it's in a setting.
Yeah.
It's in the setting of the Trinity. You know, the Trinity
Oh,
setting.
yeah, yeah. Okay.
I
Okay.
don't have it out here. I would show you. It's in the Trinity setting.
Go
Yeah,
get
and
it.
it's
We'll
just
wait.
it's
No, I'm just
silver.
kidding.
Silver. I'm not
I'm
sure
not
where
kidding.
it
I'm
is right
just
now.
kidding.
I think it's hanging on my dresser on the jewelry stand, but I'm not sure.
So, no, that's awesome. Pressure and heat, which a little bit of that forms us all in one way or another. But cool, you have a necklace. That's awesome.
But yeah, I don't know if I would want vodka filtered through a meteorite because, like I said, you don't know what kind of things are on
So I have
that.
an idea for you with you saying that. Just give me an idea where you can make an extra buck at your bar is you take your molderite and put it on a glass and then pour the vodka over and be like, here you go. This shit came from space.
No.
That'll be an extra $5.
Yeah, right.
Fork it over.
Oh
Hey man,
God, can you
gotta make
imagine?
ends meet. So
Uh,
so if you were to say, give me your one good kitchen hack, what would you tell me? What's your one good kitchen hack? Yeah, like for example, for when you're boiling pasta in water, somebody said once to lay a wooden spoon across the top of
okay.
it so
Over
it doesn't
yep.
fade, right?
Just keep it from
Yeah.
boiling, so it doesn't boil over. So if my main thing is whenever I make rice, I put chicken bouillon in the water.
What does that? So
Always.
you have chicken.
It flavors the
all right,
rice.
so chicken flavor.
It flavors
That's
the rest
not a
of the
kitchen
box.
hack. That's a recipe.
Yeah. Okay, so well, okay, so you want a kitchen hack? I
That's
don't
all
know.
right.
Okay, I got one. I have one of those big roaster ovens, the electric roaster oven countertop ones, that I make my turkey and stuff in. And I found to clean that, because the stuff gets really stuck on the
Okay, I'm
sides
all
of it.
ears.
To clean it, I fill it with really, really hot water and a bottle of lemon juice. Swear to God, lemon juice.
See, well, there you go.
it like eats all the stuff off of it. The little bottles of lemon juice.
Yeah, the little lemon-looking thing, and you squirt it. And...
Yeah.
So I apologize.
Yep. I will squeeze that whole thing in there. I'll squeeze that whole thing. Well, it's a big roaster oven. It's big. It holds a big turkey.
Oh, wow. Yeah, okay.
It's big. One of those big ones.
I apologize. I put you on the spot. I didn't mean to make fun of you there, but
no, that's okay. That's a recipe. It's not really a recipe, but I mean, I always always put chicken bouillon when I make rice, because then you don't have to put salt on it because it has salt already.
Very true.
You know,
This one woman
Yeah.
came up with a chicken hack and a chicken hack. Jesus Christ,
chicken hack.
a kitchen hack that
Oh, did you see that flash?
No, I
That
didn't.
was weird. My
I was
screen just flashed.
looking up at the ceiling for some reason. I don't know. I was wow, total brain fart. A woman came up with a chicken hack. I mean, a kitchen hack. I said on purpose that time. No, I said on purpose.
Oh, okay.
So she came up with a chicken hack, kitchen hack. Why do I got this like tick for that? This kitchen hack that's very simple, but totally escaped me prior to seeing this. So, you know, you have a block of cheese, right? And we used to be lazy and always buy like the shredded stuff, you know, in a bag, but it got super expensive. And then they put this stupid wax on it, so it doesn't look good and tastes kind of weird. So we started buying the cheese blocks, and less expensive. But this woman is like, when you cut and when you slice the cheese in a block, you end up with tiny little squares, you end up with big squares. I mean, because like me, you're an idiot and you don't know how to make equal squares with cheese. But what she does is it works for, you can put it on charcuterie trays. I got to slow that word down. Charcuterie trays. And I'm full of it tonight. Charcuterie trays, sandwiches, really anything. And what she did was she took, and this is the stupidest thing, you take a potato peeler and just slide it across the top of the cheese, and it peels a nice little thin layer of cheese off. Same layer of cheese every time. Potato peeler, potato peeler, potato peeler, and then you have all the cheese all over the place. But pretty weird.
Okay.
Sorry. Not exactly the most compelling story, but I was amazed.
Yeah. So you've been doing that?
I haven't done it yet. I found it tonight, but I'm definitely going to be doing that. I'll report back.
Okay. You know, they do sell a cheese slicer that has the wire on it. I don't know if you've seen those. It has a little wire. I see like a little cutting board. You know what I mean? Where it has a little wire that you can lift up, and then you put the cheese in, and you go chook, 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 and there's a little wire, like a cutting board. And that may work too. Yeah. That may work too. They have what's yours? It looks like the handle of a potato peeler, you know, but it has comes out wider, and it has a wire on it. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, I do. You know what I mean? Like, I wonder if I can find it on Google and screen share it with you. We have that feature now. It's great. And I know. So we can do all kinds of cool stuff. Let's see. Slicer. Here's one on Amazon. So I don't know if I can. Let's see. Oh, where are we? I lost me. They give you. There we are. Podcast. Screen share. Oh, we look like a couple of Gen Xers using a new program for the first time right now. Remind me of my mother trying to teach her how to use the internet. Great. This is awesome. Can you see that? I see a black screen right now. Yeah, right. Can you see this screen I can see a black sheet. Oh, it's black? Unfortunately. Why is it black? Oh, there we go. Got it. All right. So the one I'm talking about, the cheese slicer cutter, is on the left for $14.58 from Amazon. Yeah. That's the one I'm talking about. Yeah, I see it. So, but the one you're talking about, I see. Yeah, but then that one looks like an actual potato peeler right there with the black handle. Yeah, the black handle one. Yeah, right? That's kind of what this woman was using, kind of along the same lines. But there's an adjustable cheese slicer from Temu. So maybe it's both. Interesting. All right, how to slice cheese. That's what you get. Tails was full of popcorn. Sorry. A little bit of
Go ahead.
So I was gonna say, so we have a video up on YouTube currently. If it's loaded, it was taking a while to load. If it's loaded, we have a video up on
Awesome.
YouTube.
Seen the Tom Brady roast on Netflix. It makes a great chicken accessory in the kitchen. I was trying to make a joke and I fucked it all up. Anyway, no, sorry, I'm
I'm
fucking
confused.
And I
Are you drunk?
This is fucking water. I'm just out of it tonight,
kidding.
man. I apologize. So, no, the new Tom Brady roast on Netflix is worth watching. I was a little bit shocked to go in and find out it's 3 hours long. 3 hours.
What? Why?
My only guess is that they didn't edit a lot out or anything really. Yeah.
Anything.
But I'm not a huge Tom Brady fan, but I'll tell you, I did work in comedy for a long time, and comedy with the whole woke agenda thing that was out and very popular and common for the last couple of years really shut comedy down and scared a lot of comedians into hiding or into the underground. Nobody could risk saying anything that would end their career, their livelihood, right?
Oh yeah. Everybody's offended,
right, about
yes.
everything, yeah. So this was refreshing from the standpoint that anything goes, and it's great Gen X humor because nobody gets offended, and they can say stuff that's completely off the wall. It was great to see a new old-fashioned roast. And I say that because roasting back in the day, way back in the day, like Johnny Carson and before, even into the 60s, was a different animals where it wasn't obnoxious and it wasn't dirty. There wasn't swearing or anything like that. But then as the 90s took over and we got in the Comedy Central era, they started doing roast, and it was very popular, but that was a different type of roasting where the target would really get roasted. Like if you were sensitive about it, you could really get your feelings hurt. But everybody knows it's all in good fun and all good nature, and nothing bad is really meant. It's not being purposely hateful towards you or spiteful. That's just the spirit of the game, right? So it was nice to see that making a comeback again, and to see 3 hours of that type of comedy. And there's like Jeff Ross, who is known as the Roastmaster General, because that's his style of comedy, and that's what he does extremely well. He's a clinical roaster. If you go on YouTube and search Jeff Ross roast, you see him roasting inmates in a jail in California. You can see highlight reels of him just roasting people on the street improvisationally. Incredibly good at his craft, what he does. He was there. But the person who stole the show, there was actually two for different reasons. There's a female comedian named Nikki Glazier, and Nikki Glazier made some of the best jokes. And I don't want to spoil any of them for other than to say that Twitter or X, or whatever the fuck they're calling it this week, was completely ablaze with her performance. Everybody, her peers, professionals in the game, were just flabbergasted on how well she did, and seeing that roast and to get an understanding on what roasts are about is to watch the first few guests. And that you don't have to watch the whole 3 hours, but watch the first few guests in that, to see Jeff Ross and to see Nikki Glazier and to see what they did. And you'll see true masters of the craft at roasting Tom Brady. And boy, what a hell of a job they did. It was amazing. So fun. Tears streaming down your face. Just a good time. Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And then, if you're so inclined, stick around for Rob Gronkowski's roast of Tom Brady. Up. Rob Gronkowski was the tight end for the New England Patriots, and he is not known as the brightest bulb in the chandelier. Gronk catch football, Gronk make touchdown, Gronk very happy, Gronk win Super Bowl. Yay, Gronk. That's Gronk, right? That's Gronk. And everybody took their shot at Gronk for being a dipshit.
See, like,
go ahead.
Yeah, like
yeah.
From
I am Groot. I am Gronk. That actually would have been a good roast. But he got out of fucking control. I'll just say that. Got out of control. They're bringing drinks up constantly on the stage, and it's 3 hours, so they're up there just hammering shots back and hammering drinks back and stuff like that. And everybody's doing shots with Tom and doing shots with Tom, and
well, Tom must have been inebriated.
He was pretty toasty, but he wasn't as bad as Gronk, because Gronk said, "I want to do a shot with Tom," so he gets his shot glasses out, takes his shot, and then spikes the fucking shot glass right off the stage, and it explodes all over everything and everybody, like little shards of glass. Is like, bro, you're that guy.
Yeah.
You are that guy, and we all know who that guy is, right?
Yeah.
We all know who that guy is.
Yeah.
He is a nightmare for you when you are bartending at your bar. I want to do a shot. Smash. Spike it off the ground. But
and then it's like, nope, you're done.
Can somebody call this clown an Uber? Yeah. Yeah. So the roast of Tom Brady, good time. I'd give it a 9 out of 10. There were some other comedians who were relatively new, but and they did a pretty decent job. But Nikki Glazer and of course Jeff Ross completely stole the show, and it was worth watching. Broken up into a couple nights, and trying to avoid the spoilers online was half the battle. But it's a really good time.
Oh, see, I haven't seen any spoilers.
Look at you! I recommended them. So if you have some time in your schedule, give it a peek. So, yeah.
Okay. So last Saturday was the Kentucky Derby.
Amish NASCAR.
You knew that, right? And we're
that's
OTB.
Right. How busy were you?
The bar that I work at is OTB. So the girl that was supposed to open the bar that day was violently ill, like stuff coming out both ends, you know. And no, she actually went to the bar and she texted me and said, "When you get here as soon as possible because I'm sick." So I got there as soon as possible. The bar doesn't open till 12. I got there at 11:15. There was already people in the bar. The owner let people come in to make bets. She was so sick. Like, she was shaking. She had her head down on the bar. Yeah. I was like, you need to get out of here. I'm Lysol and everything. I got the Lysol out.
I was around in 2020. I saw this shit.
I did a 14-hour shift. Yeah, right? I did a 14-hour shift on the busiest day that we have of the year.
Damn. Kentucky Derby.
14-hour shift.
OTB.
Yep.
Oh my God. And this was this a Saturday, right?
Yep.
Yeah, this was a Saturday.
Saturday. It was
12
busy
to 2, and people are already
hell.
in, so technically more than 14-hour shift. I hope people tipped you. They tipped you well. You walk away with a nice roll in your pocket.
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
You deserved it after that.
I made more than $50 an hour.
I would take that. I would definitely take that for sure. I would definitely take that.
Yeah. It was rough. My legs were hurting when I got home. I had sneakers on too, but my legs were hurting when I got home because you don't sit all day when you're bartending. Constantly running to get beer, constantly running to get this and
putting
that.
New bottles up. Yeah. That's a thankless, tough ass job.
Oh, and I burned
Oh
my
yeah,
arm.
sure
I don't know if
can.
you can
Yeah.
see the little scar there.
What you do to that?
That's a bird. I burned my arm on the damn air fryer. Somebody ordered
Yeah.
food. We put food out that day. But, a half hour before we put the food out, somebody orders food that says she can't eat the food we're putting out because she's doing vegan.
Oh my fucking
right?
God,
So,
get me started about vegan. Jesus
well, listen
fucking.
to the rest of this story though. She orders veggie spring rolls because there's no meat in them. So I give her veggie spring rolls and she eats them. And then right after she's done, the food comes out. And I made the potato salad, so I know what's in it. She had potato salad on her plate. And I said, that's not vegan. And she said, I'm not going to eat the eggs in it. And I said, it's got mayo in it. Mayo's made out of eggs. Right? Mayo is not vegan.
It's
Sorry.
not
Mayo's
about
not vegan.
being vegan. It's about a social status. Right?
Oh. She also ate the
There we go.
beans that had bacon in them.
How fucking plainly obvious can you get?
Oh.
How about some bacon, vegan?
Right?
And here's the other thing.
Yeah.
Is if you want to be vegan so bad, why are you trying to make all your food taste just like ours? Stop it. Impossible beef my ass.
Exactly.
My ass. Yes.
Yeah. Have you tried it though?
Yeah.
I tried the Impossible Whopper.
I did try it. And the Impossible Whopper wasn't horrible, but I could tell a difference. Yeah, it
you
was.
You could tell the difference? I couldn't.
No?
I couldn't tell the difference.
I mean,
I really couldn't. And I did it twice because I thought maybe they gave me a real Whopper by accident. So the next time I went, I got another one, and I said, make sure this one's an Impossible one. I don't want a real burger. And unless I did it twice, I couldn't tell the difference.
Weird.
I really couldn't.
I don't know. Maybe it's just my head, but just the idea of squatting on the other side of that fucking fence. This is nauseating.
So don't get me wrong, I eat beef and pork and
humans
chicken and fish. I eat all that stuff.
It could be a carnivore diet where you eat nothing but meat, right? You don't eat carbs, sugars, none of that complex shit. You just eat meat,
keto. You're talking.
Yeah,
talking keto there.
But yeah, the most annoying thing. There's 3 groups of people that will not let you forget who they are, and if you don't know that they are, they'll talk about it. Just like, I can't eat that food, I'm vegan. That's a flex, right? And there's 3 people that do that. There's the fucking vegans, pilots, and goddamn CrossFitters.
Oh yeah.
Oh god, yeah.
Pilots though, yeah.
Absolutely, 100%.
Okay.
Most noticeably, amateur pilots, not like the guys that fly commercial, that are flying your Delta flights, or but you guys who fly Cessnas out of the local little airport. Those guys are like fucking. Okay. Oh man, look at me! I'm a pilot. Woo!
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess so. I know one guy that he moved away, but he was a pilot, and yeah, he used to
that's
brag
the guy
about it
I'm talking about right there. That's him.
Yeah, he used to brag about it a lot. Yeah.
Well, yeah, we got about 20 minutes in, 25 minutes in. All right, yeah, I got a story. This is kind of a weird story. This happened to me at a dive bar. And I had it in the queue for a long time, but we'll talk about it tonight, sure. So I used to go to this bar all the time because there was a particular people that my wife and I got to know who were very, very good karaoke people. And I'm very picky. If I do karaoke, which I can't anymore because my lungs are absolute dog shit, but when I used to do karaoke, was a lot of fun and really enjoyed it. And it's a great time. And it's an even better time when the DJ, the karaoke person, knows what the hell they're doing. And this guy did. Had all the good versions of songs where, it's not cut off and the music's not chopped up. And
Forgot to turn the ringer off on my phone. You heard that,
so
right?
he had all the good versions of songs
like,
that sounded real. They didn't sound like computerized or like they were made on somebody with a keyboard in their yard, you know. He had a great sound system
Right.
that he wasn't afraid to turn up just a little bit, had a good mix with a good monitor and professional lights. Just he was the complete package, the complete professional. So I went to him for many, many, many years until he got arrested for smuggling cocaine, but that's a whole nother story. But yeah, in Iowa, get a load of that. Yeah.
Yeah. They have cocaine in Iowa, huh? No, I'm like kidding.
They have more
everywhere.
meth
I know
than
they have it
anything,
everywhere.
but yeah, they have cocaine for sure.
Yeah, I've
Ooh,
heard more meth is
There's
out
a
that
town
way, yeah.
called Muscatine, Iowa, and its nickname is Methcatine, just to give you an idea. Yeah, it's that bad. So
Yeah.
anyway,
No,
we
but
go to this bar every Saturday night where we drink a lot. Bartenders love us. Karaoke guy loves us. I love karaoke guy. Bartender's great. Tip the bartender a little extra. All of a sudden, drinks become holy fuck drinks, right? Like, holy fuck, I can't believe there's no mixer in this fucking tank. Can you believe this is all just Jack Daniels?
Can I get a little
Here
soda
you go.
with
Good
this?
luck. Yeah. So it's like one of those places where you just got like great vibes and good people, just a really good energy. And everybody was there. I mean, different. There was a motorcycle gang that used to come in there all the time. There was a urban gang that used to come in there all the time. There was never any drama. Just because this place, garbage bar, but had a great vibe with a bunch of people.
I bet there's drama. You don't know about the drama, but there's definitely drama.
I mean, there's always the little onesie-twosie drama fights and shit like that. I mean, no matter what bar you go to, it's always going to be that. So there's one particular night, a night like any other, this guy's walking through the bar on his cell phone. It's got it held up high, and it's kind of like at the end of a song where it's trailing off and taking a break, and then the next song comes on, right? And he's like, yeah, you bring your motherfucking ass down here and I'll kick your motherfucking ass from one side of this parking lot to the other, blah, 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 blah. And on and on and on and on and on. You've heard the conversation 100 times, I'm sure. Yeah, that's the conversation it was. Him screaming at somebody on the phone about how much he's going to fuck them up. So time goes by and nobody thinks anything of it. But then I see the guy go flying out the door to the parking lot, and I'm like, oh shit. So I get up and I'm like, stay here, my wife, I'll be right back. And I go out, and they had a porch, a closed-in 3-season porch before you could go outside. And I stood in the 3-season porch and was watching outside as this car full of 5 guys with baseball bats gets out and proceeds to beat the living shit out of this guy in the parking lot. Just whipped his motherfucking ass like 5 guys against one unarmed guy would do. And no, it totally wasn't. It was totally fucked
that's
up.
Not fair.
I mean, the guy talked shit over the phone. He's like, bring your friends down here. So he did, and they whipped his living ass.
Yeah, but if you're telling somebody you bring your friends down here, you need to have friends record, behind you too.
He had none.
You can't expect.
That's right. So
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Like, why would you do that?
Yeah, he was drunk, he was a frequent flyer down at the local county jail, or local city jail, I should say. So anyway, cops show up. They take statements from everybody who saw something, including me. And eventually I get called down to the courthouse. And I'm like, uh-oh. So I go down there, and they're like, okay, which of the guys hit him with a bat? And they gave me a lineup photo, just a card with a bunch of, I think like 18 pictures on it, or 12 pictures on it. So I'm like, it was that guy, that guy, and that guy. Okay. Those are the ones I recognize. Yeah.
So you remember?
Yeah, like skinhead types. Very, and they're like, "Yep, that's them. Okay, thanks, and we'll be in touch." And then, sure enough, they were in touch. Had to go to court. They were like, swear in the whole 9 yards. It was a trial, and they were like, "What did you see?" And I explained basically the whole story and a little bit more detail there, of course. And the guy was convicted and served, I think, 18 months. Some of it got suspended and probation on top of that, but yeah, just complete. I don't know what the charges were. I don't remember, but yeah, just.
How bad did the guy get beat? Like, was he?
Yeah,
like,
he was.
I mean, was he knocked out? I could have.
He knocked out, not knocked out, but knocked stupid. You know what I'm talking about? It kind of like punch drunk.
Yeah.
Where, yeah, he doesn't know which way is up, or like today is Saturday or whatever.
I mean, that could have been a lot worse if they have bats.
He fared pretty well. He was a pretty big dude. But yeah, pretty crazy shit that you see in parking lots like that. Like I had another bar that I used to go to where I saw somebody come in holding a car radio and then hand it to the guy next to me, and he's like, "Hey, you might want this." And the guy looks at it, he goes, "That's my car radio." And the guy says, "Yeah, I know," and then turns around and leaves. He broke into his car, stole the radio, and then brought it into him sitting at the bar. Gave it to him. You may want this.
That makes no sense. Why?
No fucking idea why.
People are
weird, that's just crazy as shit you see at dive bars. And there's a million stories for a million nights at a dive bar. This one bar, I'll just say it, Cedar Street Inn. If you ever Google it, it's in Davenport, Iowa. And it just, oh God. Oh, it's the worst. It's a horrible place. And strong drinks. And you couldn't go in there and not leave without a story. I think it's just one of those places.
Oh wow!
Every single night was something.
So one time, like I was saying, our bar is an OTV, so people bet the horses. We have the machines in there, so people bring in a lot of money. Well, then one of our regulars had his car in the parking lot, and he locked money in his glove box. And for some reason, I don't know why he put it in there, but he went out to go get it, and he couldn't find his key to open the glove box. I guess it was a separate key, so he ended up breaking his dashboard apart to get the money out. He had $3,000. $3,000
How do you lose that key?
In his glove box, locked in his glove box.
Yeah.
Why would you? Right? He just locked it. No idea. He tore apart his whole glove box to get that money out. Like he ripped it right out.
All right, let's do New York versus. So we're gonna pick a random state. We only have a few states left, so we're gonna have some duplicates, and we will decide based off of what we know how bad the Chamber of Commerce for that state is done, and whether or not, and how poorly traveled we are. Oh my gosh.
I am very poorly traveled.
We'll decide based off of what we know if we'd rather live there or live somewhere else. And we've had a few surprises. So let's see, South Dakota. Have we done there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember
North Dakota.
Okay, let's do South Dakota.
No, we did not do South Dakota.
So I think I've been there one time. So
I have not.
It's a very pretty state. It is the plains, and it is the northern Midwest. But they have, oh gosh, what's the name of the town? South Dakota. I'm not even going to try to guess because I'm going to screw it up. Anyway, the capital there, I once took a run there and stopped at a few places, and it was very pretty. waterfalls and very lush and stuff with jungle things. And yeah, it was gorgeous. But the
nice.
food, I don't know. And the winters are absolutely disastrous. Disastrous. There isn't a chance in hell I'd be within 100 miles of that fucking state in the winter. I'm talking about weeks. And I was this way to a certain extent too.
Yeah,
weeks where the temperature doesn't get above 0. Weeks. Fuck that.
Yeah, I wouldn't like that.
So anyway, there's not a chance I live there.
Yeah.
You have any experience in South Dakota? It's one of those states where it's like you fly over it, you know, and you're like, oh, look, there goes South Dakota. But nobody ever goes there. Nobody ever
I've
goes
never
there.
even driven
Nobody
through
goes
it.
to
Nothing.
South Dakota.
Nothing.
Come on. Name one person
People
who lives there.
People live there.
Yeah, me either.
I don't know anybody who lives there. My son says that
I actually know
Wyoming
somebody
doesn't
from Wyoming,
exist.
so I got him on that one. Yeah. So I'm debating.
Do you?
Yeah, South Dakota does not
so
exist.
according to us,
Sorry,
South Dakota doesn't exist.
Better luck next time. Weird alcohol laws in South Dakota. So in Deadwood, South Dakota, in Deadwood, South Dakota, it's illegal to mix an alcoholic beverage with another without a permit.
Deadwood.
So no mixing of two alcohols together.
So we
No
can't
Long Island iced
put
teas.
a vodka and a rum together
Need a permit.
in a drink.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
What
Right?
Deadwood,
Wow.
South Dakota.
So
Yeah.
you said Deadwood,
Have
South
you?
Dakota. I've heard of
Never heard of it.
Deadwood. I didn't know it was in South Dakota.
No,
I watched the show Deadwood.
I'm
Have
too
you ever
busy
watched the
watching
show
Tom
Deadwood?
Brady roast.
No? Oh.
No, I
It's
didn't watch
pretty
it.
good.
No, I don't.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Like what?
It's a Western type.
1892 or the fuck that was.
It's old.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's like it's back in the day. Yeah, and it was called Deadwood. So maybe they were talking about that Deadwood. I mean, there could be another Deadwood, but
All right.
I
Well, if
don't
you got any stories or if you know anybody in Deadwood, drop us an email at talesofthesmalltownbartender@gmail.com. We have the website, talesofthesmalltownbartender.com. And if you want to put some gas in Tony's tank, we're putting up with drunk people down at her bar working 14-hour shifts with bloody bathroom doors.
Go
to buymeacoffee.com/toastb. Tales of a Small Town Bartender. TOASTB. buymeacoffee.com/toastb. And then our YouTube channel, starting to get some legs underneath it, at Toast Bartender. So I think other than the quote,
Yep.
which is from Lorraine Baines from Back to the Future. He said, "Don't be such a square.
Oh.
Anybody drinks." Yeah. Yeah, nerd.
I remember that one.
Yeah, great movie. Great.
I like that movie.
No, not you. I'm not
I
calling
like
you
that
a nerd.
movie. I am a nerd. I know.
So anyway, I think that's all I have for this week. You good? Thanks for listening, everybody. Really appreciate your clicks.
Yep, I'm good.
Like and subscribe. Smash that notification bell. Fucking really with that shit. Fucking nerds. Anyway. Thanks again for tuning in. I'm Sean.
I'm Tony. We get to each other. All right, so I can just stop recording this, and then I think we'll still be on here.